Hey, everybody. Hey, Mara. Hey, Addie.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so this is what you're getting tonight. So that's it. That's the best I can do.
Beautiful.
I am always.
You're so beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring you down.
Oh, they won't bring me down tonight. Okay, with that Christina Aguilera soliloquy. So yeah, we're like it's a fun household right now. If it's not me sick, I am, but I feel better today. So here we are. Let me say hi to everybody. We have some tea. And I do have tea.
And
well, I have
can drink
tea
it.
in here, which is
Yes, pokey tea again.
It is.
no,
yes,
it's
Addie.
called Theraflu, and it's disgusting.
Well,
I don't know
but
how
it
anybody
also-
drinks this. It's rancid. It's like
It's
poison.
Theraflu, but it's also pokey orange.
Ooh, yummy.
Ugh, gross. Let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Shape Freak. Hi,
I'm
Ruth
making
Ann.
him drink it.
Hi, Velvet Pixie. Hi, Ellie. Christina B. Jewel. Donnell. Michelle. There's feedback. Who is that? Ellie. Susie B.
Hey,
Mel B. Heaven. Maria. That's driving me crazy. What is that noise? I hate it.
Do you want me to pop out and see if
Is
it's
it me? Is it me? It could be me. Perfectly imperfect. Hello.
Because I don't hear a thing.
Do you hear it, Mara?
So I'm gonna hop out and see if it's me. If it goes
Okay.
away, I'll be right back.
Okay.
If I can remember how to hop out.
You want me to kick you? Okay, she got it. Let me see who else is here. Ruth Ann. I think I got everybody. MTT. Patricia with a C. Tanya. Oh, that reminds me. That's another thing I had to bring up. Damn it. Where's my Cody? I need my notebook.
You gotta give me a second. My back is like on fuego.
I think we're good. So we're at the bottom. So, yeah, we have some stuff to talk about tonight. I need my notebook.
Did it go away?
No, it's fine. We'll suffer through it. Gotta be me. Hello. I know. Listen, when I'm sick, I'm on time. So figure that one out. But I'm going to start the new intro, and then all right. So, if you're not a member, old business. If you're not a member, you'd like to become one, hit the join button. If you're an Apple user, do it from a Chrome platform like Google. For some reason, Apple charges you more money. Android users don't have that issue, but if you're an iPhone or if you have a MacBook and you go through Safari, they're going to charge you more. So, and then we've also tried to figure out a way. So because we have like a lot of new subs, that we're going to open up the chat at the end for everybody who has like questions or wants to comment, just so it's, kind of balanced. And I think I have like, hey, Wicked, I'm still like, I have like a brain fog like no other, but we're going to get through this. So let me start the intro and then,
teeny tiny shots.
That's a go. I had to do it at least once tonight. So.
That one on. He is. He's fabulous. And he's on the inside. Pull that one on. And he's on the inside.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, moving forward on Monday, well, tomorrow night is the final part of the 90 Day Fiance Happily Tell All extravaganza. And I hope that you will be joining us on Monday because we're going to have a special guest live with us from the show. And you already know who it is, but I'm just gonna say special guest, and we're gonna be talking. So Monday night's recap will be a good one. Not that they're not always good, but this one will be extra good. So make sure that you watch us on Monday night for Happily. What else do I have? I don't know. You know what I've been doing the last 3 days? You guys watch The Walking Dead?
No.
Me and Cody binged the last season of The Walking Dead. That's what I've been doing when I haven't had stuff leaking from every orifice of my body. That's every eye, every opening. It's just been stuff coming out of, hashtag fun flu. And so we were watching The Walking Dead, but since there are no Walking Dead people here, then I don't want to give any spoilers in case you didn't watch the last season, but it was great, except I'm a little unhappy about Rosita. But other than that, it was good. Also, did anybody catch the reboot of Night Court?
There is a reboot?
It's terrible.
I haven't seen it. I was going to, but I haven't done that yet.
It is terrible. Wait, what did Steve say? I was expecting you to say you were. I felt empathy because I was like, they redid Night Court, and I'm an '80s kid, so seeing a reboot of Night Court, I was like, whoa! But then the judge passed away, Marky Post passed away, Mac passed away. Like the original cast is all gone. So now they have Bernadette from The Big Bang Theory. She's now Judge Harry's daughter. She's the new Night Court judge. And Bull's not there. Roz isn't there. Everyone's gone except John Larroquette, who's back in Stanfielding. And it was pretty bad.
He's 900 years old. So
he looks it. It's on NBC and Peacock if you want to watch. Donnell, I don't want to. He does come back in the last episode, so if that gives you any hope. There you go. So but we've been watching The Walking Dead since season 1, and when you're sick, you just watch TV. When I'm sick, I don't watch Housewives or because it's work. I'm like, I should be taking notes and paying attention. No, I watch shows. So, all in all, I have to say, the last season was amazing, and I'm just being picky about Rosita, but it was a nice ending, I thought. And then there's 10 more spinoffs coming out now. I think Megan and Maggie are getting a spinoff. Carol and Daryl are getting a spinoff. So, then there's also the Fear of the Walking Dead, which is still, a thing, which I didn't like after Madison passed away, but now Maddie's back. All right, I'm getting kind of carried away on The Walking Dead. Hold on. Wait, Wicked. The flu sucked. Took me about a week to feel alive. I'm about 2 weeks. Thank you, Wicked. And yeah, it does suck. Let me give you some bells. And I feel like I might have to go to the bathroom in a minute, but we'll see. I was telling Mara backstage, I'm like, I got something on deck, and hopefully I could make it through. But I do feel better today.
That's good.
So I've just been taking everything. I had my old antibiotics for my ear infection. I was just whatever I had in the house, rat poison, whatever I could take. To make myself feel better. Like I've been taking it. I had some Midol. Like that should help me. That should make. I just it's been a potpourri of things to make me feel better, but we're getting there. So, um, I don't know where to start really because it's going to be a hodgepodge of stuff. I just today I went through stories. I was looking through articles, and I saw a couple of things that were worth mentioning. So,
T.
all right. So we'll go to the tea first, I guess. All right. So, which there's an article out. Well, Varya, Vira, um, made a post how she was not temporarily, permanently banned from going to see Jeffrey in prison. And I don't usually talk about him because I don't want to get my ass chewed out. But this was an interesting story because Varya was saying that, she lost the ability to go to prison to go to visit Jeffrey. And, it's because she didn't want to go through those full body scanners. So here's the hot goss on that one. Okay. So, so sorry. So what I know is that Vira has religiously seen Jeffrey every week since he's been gone, and he's been gone. I think he was sentenced in October of 2021. So it's been like a year and a few months. I want to say that he's been away. And, when Varya is not on vacation, and she takes a lot of vacations, I don't know how this girl gets some. Julie!
Hi,
Oh,
Julie.
Julie just had very invasive surgery. So she's doing good. And, hopefully you're doing good, Julie. Where was I going with this? Vara. Okay. So yeah, Vara has been seeing Jeffrey religiously every week. It's a 3-hour drive from High Bright Light. It's a 3-hour drive. Oh, from Aruba. Are you with Varia right now? No, I think she's in Puerto Rico. Girl gets so many vacations.
I can't even cross state lines. And these people are all over the world.
She is very well traveled, I'll say. Like I don't get it. But what I do know is that she has seen him when she's here in the States. She has seen him every week religiously. It's a 3-hour drive to the prison. It's a 3-hour drive back. And when she's not on vacation, she obviously can't see him. So I will give credit to Varya on that. But the news was that she got permanently suspended from visiting Jeffrey because she refuses to go through they have these full body scanners. Mm-hmm. What I do know is that these full body scanners are new. I'm friends with people in Jeffrey's crew, and they have visited Jeffrey often, and these new type of scanning machines weren't implemented up until a few days ago. No, not pregnant, Patricia would have seen. And what did it in for Varya is that she didn't want to walk through this newest type of scanning machine because she's a health nut, and she felt that it would be detrimental to her system if she had to go through this. Go ahead, Mara.
But she travels?
Exactly, and she's traveling right now, and I would imagine it wouldn't be as I imagine it wouldn't be more secure than an airport scanner, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, I stand there like this while they scan me from head to toe, and then I always set it off, and so I always get a full pat down.
So do I.
But you know,
Get it how you can get it, girl.
yeah, whatever, wherever I can get it.
And the thing was, Varya told the people in the prison that, like, listen, I can't walk through this. I can get a doctor's note for you if, so the doctor can tell you I can't be scanned like this. And the prison, I'm being told her, like, no, it's either you do this. They don't want a doctor's note. It's either our way or the highway. And Varya's like, but no, I'm not going to do it. And the prison said, okay, you're banned. And like pretty much
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
And that was it.
Wow.
I'm looking at my notes. But those closest to Jeffrey will say that Varya has been very loyal to him, and she has gone every week, of course, when she's not globetrotting, which seems to be often. I don't know how this girl does it, to be honest with you. Like, I've only been to Canada and like Niagara Falls, Canada, like on the other side of New York. I don't know how she's always able to take these trips and vacations and
nice.
I don't know, like, I don't get it, but good for her, I guess. And she's very lucky, I guess, because she won her visa like in like a visa lottery. For those that don't, like, that's how she's here. She like
scratch off ticket.
Yes, she went to 7-Eleven and got like a $20 scratch off, like visa immigration, like get your 10-year card, and she like won for life. Win for life's a big New York scratch off game. That was my thing there, but yeah, so I guess she's super lucky. Well, there's also like, I was told that she was not received well whenever she went to go visit, like that there was always an issue. People thought she might have been smuggling things in, but regardless of all that, that's been happening since she started visiting Jeffrey like a year and a half ago about. But despite all that, she still went back every week, and that's like, my thinking was like, well, let me end that sentence and make a new thought. My first inkling was like, this is kind of weird because, she's living in Jeffrey's house, driving Jeffrey's cars, she's got it made there. So wouldn't it be easy for her to be like, I'm not going through the scanner. And now all she has to deal with is a phone call. Like, I personally think it's a little shitty that she couldn't bear to go through the new scanning machines at the prison. And it just happens to be like, and this is just from like her stories that were on that day on her post. She had just gotten Botox that day. And then she didn't want to go through.
We can put some botulism in us, but we can't put a little
That's
scan.
the other thing, and she didn't want to go through the prison x-rays. And now, she made such a big stink about it that she's banned for life from ever visiting him again. And one might argue that this is her way
out.
And now, Jeffrey's in there for as long as he's going to be in there. Like, the appeal was started, right? But you don't know. Appeals are like, Addie, how do appeals work? Our Law and Crime Network. I mean, nobody better than you can explain how the appeal process works.
Well, I've never looked other than what we see in. They have a certain amount of time that they have to be in, and then there's the appeals process is started. They usually start the appeal process right away as soon as the trial is done. They get in there and get that going, and it could take a while for that to happen to where they actually hit the appellate court. He's been in there for a little over a year and something.
So he's just 4 months about.
Not sure when his appeal is, but you can kind of see it's already been a year and a couple months or whatever. So it could be 2 years that he has to wait for that, and then they'll go in and then they'll take a look at what his appeal is. They'll look at all the stuff that they gathered throughout the trial. Everything they do in a trial goes towards the appeals later on. That's why the defense always brings up the motions and objections and all that stuff, because that all lends towards the appeal process later on. And it could take 5 years. I mean, who knows? It depends on the backup, but I would say he should have it within the next year. This next year he should be up for it, and then they'll take a look at everything that they've gathered, and they'll look and see if there are any issues that could grant him a new trial. So he'll appeal that, and he'll have to have a new trial.
And Susie B, like the thing, like, and Addie, I don't know if you followed. Did you guys didn't cover like his trial in Law and Crime? Did you? You did.
No, no, the other one did.
Court TV did.
Yeah.
The competitor. Okay,
yeah.
They did. And at one point during his trial, I believe they'd asked the plaintiff a question, and she had said something that was like totally like not allowed. And I remember like everybody, all the court or TV reporters were saying mistrial. This should, because she said something. It was already, the jury heard it, and there was no way of taking that out of the jury's head. So
and defense will do that. They will, at every opportunity, they're always trying to get a mistrial. So they'll put that stuff out there, and they'll say it many times in a trial. And most times those mistrial motions for mistrial are denied. But I've seen twice, I think, 2 trials where a mistrial was granted off of something that had happened during the trial. So they're just always keeping track of everything that goes on during the trial, anything like that, or stuff that wasn't allowed in. They'll say this should have been allowed in, it wasn't, and they'll take all that into account when he goes before the appellate court.
And then all that means is that if the appeal wins and it's granted rights, so he has to go through the whole trial over again, like a new trial, right? Like it's not like you're free.
No. It's appeal to have a new trial to go before his peers again. So.
Okay, so during the trial, the lawyers and the cop agreed before that cop went on the stand to not say that Jeffrey's scratches look self-inflicted. But in the police cam videos parts, they don't show Kristen actually says she did scratch him up. So there's, and I don't want to get into it because, I usually get my head scratched off when I talk about Jeffrey or whatever. But with Varya, which is my point, I just think it's like, I don't know, like you're living in his house, you're driving his cars, you are, just deal with having to go through the scanner. You don't mind botulism getting injected into your face. You don't mind having to walk through airport scanners, and pretty much the same thing you get in prison. So why is this an issue now? Although she has seen him, every week religiously when she's here. I don't know. I just feel like it's crappy on her part to, just suck it up and walk through the scanner and be done with it. Like, and if Varya is so loyal to Jeffrey, right? What if Jeffrey's in there for the full 18 years? The judge, said 18 years, no parole. He's got to serve out the whole 18. So by the time, if she's as loyal and truthful as she is, by the time he gets out, it'll be well past her childbearing years. Like, I don't know what, so I don't know. But I think that if it were me and I was staying in this man's house and taking care of his properties and driving his cars and whatever, I would just suck it up and be like, I'm going to do what I can to see him. And I hope
I agree.
I agree. Yes. Yep. I think it's seeming like it's kind of, she's taking advantage of the situation and being able to live in a place I assume is free and everything else. That's the least she could do, is to suffer a little scan. If she can put Botox in her, she can.
And what I was just told now, just a second ago, was that Varya doesn't even want kids. So I don't know. Like, it's like it's kind of like bullshit to me, honestly. It's like, don't stand too close to the microwave, you'll get cancer type of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a thing. I think about that every time I'm. I don't know. I have no idea, but I back away and stand to the side.
Well, I don't sit on the microwave when it's going, but like, it's, I still use it. I don't know, but she has been loyal. But if you're that loyal, then, just suck it up and go through you travel.
Yes.
There's no issue.
Yes. She has to go through and be scanned. Even if it's a hand scanner, it's still a scan.
Yep.
You can request to be hand scanned and they will do that for you, but she should be doing that. I mean, if she travels, she has to. So I think it's an excuse not to go to the jail because she's not happy when she's there. She probably is very uncomfortable. If you've ever been to a prison, it's a lot. It's a lot. I have, not because I was, I've never, but I used to do ministry back in my church.
There's so much more to that story, which I can't talk about at this time, but there's a lot more to that. And again, I don't like talking about Jeffrey because, he's my buddy, and he was sentenced and charged with doing horrible things, and that's why I kind of steer clear of it. But all I can say, which I have said, is that he was always been good to me, and this is why I hate talking about him. I don't bring it up.
Well, no, but it's okay to say that, like, it really sucks that she can do all of this other stuff to her body, but to scan to go see someone that you love and you're committed to, and you don't want to do it, is just downright sad.
And also, like, she was told that in 6 months that she could write into, like, I guess the warden or whatever and request, to plead for her visits back. But she says, no, Judy, well, listen, but she still refuses to walk through. It's a scanner. You're putting botulism in your face. No, and listen, a lot of people get Botox. And listen, if I could afford Botox, I'd have it in my fucking face. I'm just saying, like, you can't be like, call a spade. Like, you can't be, you're a health nut and you're just afraid to walk through a scanner that you would walk through an airport with. But, and again, I'm kind of split down the middle. Well, not really. I'm more, she did have to go through some scanning thing there. And there was this new device there that was sitting there. And now all Tennessee prisons switched over from the old scanning thing to the new scanning thing, which was the day that Varya made those posts. So, I just think I don't know. I feel like in my heart, it's just a way to get out of it.
Yeah. And I'm sorry for Jeffrey to hear that.
And,
really.
Let's forget what Jeffrey did, right? Still, you're having this woman live in your house and drive your cars and whatever. I would do anything I could to make sure I can go. And yeah, it's annoying. It's a 3-hour drive one way and a 3-hour drive back. So
maybe there's more to the story, and that's the excuse she came up with, but didn't think, I don't know. But yeah, I think that's that excuse. If that's her reason, it's a very odd reason given the other stuff.
Yeah,
given the other stuff with the traveling and everything else.
And look at Varya's feed. You guys follow her? Do you see the good life she's living?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I can't go over state lines or vitamin C tablets, and she's all over the world and getting botulism shots.
Me and Cody are eating SpaghettiOs with Franks. The Franks is the bonus part. We're eating, we can afford the Franks in the SpaghettiOs now, not just the plain SpaghettiOs. We get the SpaghettiOs with the Franks. Okay, so call us bougie. I don't know. But yeah, and every time I look at her story, it's she's rock climbing or at the beach or, away. It's insane to me. I just don't know. So again, I don't like talking about him because I don't get my ass chewed out because I always get it chewed out because I am friends with him and I'm in his, I'm friends with his friends and
when you were friends with him, you didn't know the stuff that you know now. That's that's what people have to remember.
Yeah.
And there's, let's just drop it there and leave it at that. So let's move on to the next story. So in closing, Varya has been very loyal to him by going to see him every week, and when she's on a vacation, which is all the time. And, now she has made the decision to, after a year and a few months, to never see him again because she doesn't want to walk through a scanner. Let that sink in. I mean, if it were Cody in the clink, I would walk through hot coals. I would do whatever I needed to do to go see him. I would get punched in the face, kicked in my balls. I would do whatever I needed to do to go see Cody if that was the case and he was in the clink. That's all. All right. So moving on.
I just think it's cute that you just said clink.
Well, I'm from Jersey. Well, I live in Jersey and New York, so it's the clink.
Flammer.
The flammer, the clink. But if it were Cody, I wouldn't care what they would tell me. Cut my hair, cut off an arm. I would do whatever I needed to do to make sure I could see him. And if they were walk through this scanner, I'd be like, oh my God, walk through a scanner? You're crazy. Come on. It's a bit much. And I'm not saying she doesn't love him. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm not saying that, her past visits don't count for anything. All I'm saying is that it's, if you really love the guy, you'll do whatever it takes to go see him.
Yep.
I think anybody would. Mara, would you?
Well, yeah, absolutely. When I was living with someone who had to spend just the weekends in jail to do for his DUI, you bet on Saturday morning, I was waiting in line to go in and see him. I mean, and I was going to see him the next day. I was there. It doesn't matter. You do what you need to do.
And let's move on because
we're
gonna get into muddy waters, and we started in muddy waters. Let's get out of them. So, all right, next topic. Okay, so Mahogany. If I could roll my eyes into the back of my head right now, Mahogany and Ben are together.
Are they married, or is that just a attention getter?
So
she's real. I thought she was.
I still don't believe she's real.
I didn't believe that place she was in was hers either. I felt that during that whole season with her. That, are you for real? Is that really your place, or did you just walk into somebody's Airbnb?
And he's like, "Wow, when do you start surfing?" She's like, "Oh yeah, a surfboard. Yeah, I surf all the time." Like, it was so, everything about her was fake. And let's not forget the Mahogany was, which we exposed. When were they on? A year or two ago. I can't remember. Like, she is an actress. Like, and it was the same season, I think, that Gino and Jasmine were on. Two more favors. Another couple that bought their love. Mike and Jimena, another couple that bought their love. I mean, they were all on the shows. Like, Mike met Jimena on, his name was Mike, right? Like the little guy, like with the tank top, right? Mike bought Jimena on a website.
Yes.
To keep her love. Gino bought Jasmine on a website, so they would go out. And then you have Ben, who bought Mahogany. And that's why I'm getting so tired of this show.
Does anybody want to buy me?
Maura, can you cross state lines if they buy you?
Yes.
Okay, so let's put an ad out. Was it Cutie Babies? What was the site that they were all using?
I don't know, actually.
Cute babe, cutie pies, cute babes. That season was disgusting. Mike and Jimena, Mike was literally paying, and TLC was filming it, saying what a classic love story this is.
Please.
Gino and Jasmine, same thing. Mike told Jimena not to work because he would pay for everything because he wanted her. It was like Pretty Woman.
He didn't want her to do that anymore.
Way. Like, I'll pay for everything. And then Mike gets mad when he goes there to see Jimena, and she's like, well, listen, when a minion came to my house, I'd be like, the same way. It was a sugar baby site. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Sugar baby.
Yes.
And then Jasmine is yelling. Jasmine is yelling at Gino because, you talk to all these women on sugar baby sites, but Jasmine
was
on a sugar baby site.
That's how we found you. She knows the game, so now she knows she needs to check his phone.
And we interviewed like two of the sugar babies. Was it for Mike? Was it Mike or Gino? No, Gino. A year and a half ago, we actually had two of Gino's sugar babies on a live with me. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. And go check my channel. And they were very forthcoming and direct and honest about what that site was about and what they offered him and what he gave back and what he paid. And like, now we're supposed to, think that these two lovebirds, Ben, who is creepy as fuck.
Did you see that hair?
Like, creepy. And agreed. Go check my YouTube, from a year and a half ago, where we did the interview with the sugar babies. It'll blow your mind. I promise you. And then now we're back to Ben, who never met her. Like, I for one don't think this is the woman that he talked to. I think this is a new Mahogany because none of it ever made sense.
No. And their conversations were so weird. She was weird.
And Ben's from a cult, right? He was escaped from a cult. and he has like that, that weird thinking embedded in him already.
Right.
Because that's hard to like break free. And now we're supposed to believe that this is a real love story. And like this is the first post we've seen about them. What? Because they're going to be on the show again because we know they're filming. Oh look now! Look! Oh look! We're still in love. We're together.
But we haven't heard anything since.
Right.
Yeah, the first time I've seen anything on him was when I saw the ad for it or whatever, the trailer, whatever it was, yesterday or whenever it was. I almost forgot who they were. They're going, I know that name. Oh, okay.
Look at this. Oh, let me pull up the screen here. Let's just do this. Hold on. Instagram.
I'm going to put myself on sugarelderlies.com.
Well, let me shut my screen off because I hate my type. Hold on. Mara, did you get any hits yet? Search.
Me?
Yeah, well, you're on sugarbabyelder.com, right? So anything.
No, I said there. I should be on Sugar Elderlies.
Okay, so all right, here we go. I'm gonna share the screen. Share screen. Share. Boom, boom, boom. Mahogany Roca. Share. All right, does it show?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Let me get rid of our faces here. Okay, so let's look at Miss Mahogany Roca. Like your name's not Mahogany, and it's probably not Roca. Like it sounds like that sounds like a coffee flavor that you would buy, like Starbucks.
Yeah.
Starbucks Classic Blend Mahogany Roca. That's what that sounds like. But whatever, Mahogany. And then like remember like when Mahogany would like speak in Spanish all the time, but then like she would speak in English perfectly.
Yes.
Like what are you doing? So let's look at Mahogany Roca, who has a blue check for no reason because she's phony. Look at her whole IG. It's just pictures of her. Like, what is this? Look, no pictures of anything else, but just her posing everywhere. Like, not a salad that she fucking ate for lunch somewhere. Not a picture of Ben. Not like what is it? Look. This is somebody who's totally capitalizing off being on 90 Day. Look at like, are you a narcissist? Like what?
Absolutely.
Like, look at this girl. There's nothing authentic about this. Like, how about a trip you took? A dinner you ate, like a background, a city, nothing. It's just her trying
and the
to
back of his head at the top.
I'm like, look at the titties there. Like, what's going on there? Look at
Really?
the titties popping out. Like, really? You're betrothed to Benjamin, and like you're gonna have the tatas like popping out of your shirt like that. Like, come on. Am I wrong?
I think, yeah, I just do feel that it was just not. I never felt it was an actual true story, the whole thing,
No,
and it
me
always
either.
felt
Not.
weird watching it.
They
It
had
drove
to,
me
they had
nuts.
to find an actress in like what was it, Colombia? Where were they? Was it Colombia?
What I think so.
I can't
No, wait,
remember.
she's I don't speak Spanish. Right? No, Colombia. Yeah, I think it is Colombia. Is that right? Somebody in the chat, let us know if we're right. But Colombia sounds familiar.
Like, look at this. Like, it's insane. Where is the picture of you and Ben, or like your parents, or your sister, or your fucking dog, or your cat? Like, it's just like I don't believe anything there is about this woman. I don't believe a single, not one iota of anything. Hi, I'm back. Well, who cares? Who cares? You're back, huh? Like, hi, I'm back. Like, what is this? Look at the people in the chat. Seriously?
Yeah.
Look, there's the nice Christian girl because she was Christian. Look, what is this? What are we watching?
Is that an ad for her OnlyFans?
And I think she's on OnlyFans.
Okay, outside of who exactly we're talking
Peru,
about. If I
Peru.
look like
Oh,
that.
Peru. Yeah,
Peru.
sorry, I just found it.
Sorry,
Yes, it was
I
Peru.
wasn't sure. That's why I asked. So Peru.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nisi Pineapple. But this is crazy. Like this girl, there's nothing authentic about her. 0.00, because they found her, when they were down in Peru, they needed an actress to come and play Ben's, remember when she was on the show and Ben, remember that conversation we had, and Mahogany was like, no. Ben was like, we had a very detailed conversation about this subject, and she was like, I don't remember at all. Because it's not you. It's not you. And then we're like, and that's why I get mad with TLC, because they think we're all fucking idiots because we watch TLC. And that's why I get mad, because that's ridiculous. Anybody watching that season would have remembered that this is ridiculous. Let's go back. Hold on. Sorry, it's hard to navigate. Like what? Like, listen. Look at Air Force Gal. Only reason you are even known is because you played an innocent man. Pretty sad. Like, where's the pictures of her and Ben? The one that got her. And she was like, "Oh, I'm Christian. I can't sleep with you." And who cares if you're 3 times my age? But you don't see like Christine Brown and Mary and all them posing like this if she's so uberly religious. Where are the comments? Why is every picture just a selfie of you? What is this? So much for being shy. Just Janine Bofa says, didn't you say you were a Christian? Liz Tech, it's such a joke. And like the fact that they're making news right now, and here's like the Ben post, I guess. So, I had company last week. Did you guest? And she knows how to say, did you, like, come on. Like, yeah. I've heard you speak perfect American English. I've heard, like, you didn't miss a beat. And now you're like, this girl is the biggest phony scammer, like crazy person from like probably like the whole 98, like, hemisphere. So let's see. There's Ben. And of course, she needed a selfie, right? So Ben's there. So listen. So her fiance comes, the man of her dreams comes. So she shows the back of his neck, because that's sexy. Like that could be Matthew McConaughey.
That's probably what I was thinking. That looked like a Matthew McConaughey.
All right. Like that could be Matthew McConaughey from the back there. Yep. That's what I would have guessed. And then you have her. What? Huh? Why is this picture necessary? Why is this picture necessary when you are with the man of your dreams? So you show the back of the neck, and then another fucking narcissistic photo, because you can't take like, I do not like this girl. And then what's next? Oh, there they are. The third picture in. So what does it tell you? Look at all right. I'm gonna use my psychology background now. What does this tell you about this girl? She doesn't like him. The first picture on this post is the back of his neck, making you think it's like Matthew McConaughey, right? Like, that could be anybody with some good blonde hair.
Yeah.
At the end, right? Then her showing, listen, I'm so pretty, like, I'm better than him. I'm telling you, this is the thought process here. I'm better than him. I'm an actress. Look at those eyes. And then what's this? Oh, look. She's like, ugh. And then
his hair doesn't even look the same.
Well, let's dissect that. Let's see.
From the back of the head to that picture.
Back of the head. Is it the same shirt though? No, it's a different shirt. Ooh. So like, so now that's suspect too. Now, Mara, good point there. That is suspect. I mean, that very well could be him, but it's suspect. Like, why do you have to show like the first picture, like, the back of someone's neck, which may or may not be Ben, and then her with this bullshit right there, and then like this. But if you look like at this photo, it doesn't like it doesn't.
It looks Photoshop.
It does. And then this fool gets Mahogany tattooed on his arm. And you don't see his face. Why don't you see his face? You just see the top of his eyebrows. There's game afoot here, guys. I'm sorry. I don't believe. I believe this as much as I believe that Mahogany is a real person. Like, I don't believe any of this, and it's annoying. Why isn't his face? Why aren't they cuddling together in this photo? He just got your name, and like, that's a small wrist.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, because I thought it was her wrist.
Look at the wrist there, Mahogany. That's a tiny, tiny wrist, and Ben's a big guy.
I think it's her wrist.
Oh, but look what's on his finger.
A wedding band.
I think they're playing us.
I think they're trying to make us think that they already got married. Or who? I don't know.
But is that Ben with the wedding band on?
I don't think it's him. I do not think that is Ben. I don't think the first and the last picture is Ben. And I swear that tattoo looks like her wrist with her latitude and longitude.
That's what I feel, Mara. Like, that's her own wrist that she got her own name tattooed on because she's a narcissist. Like, that's what I think.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I studied these pictures when I saw them, and that was my thought.
I don't know. Like, that's a tiny. I have small wrists, for a guy. Like, I get it. Like, so there are men that have tiny wrists because my wrists are tiny. Like, my bracelet just slid off my hand because my wrists are so small. Like, when I get a watch, I have to take like 5 links out because it won't fit. But that's a tiny wrist. It's very, very tiny. And you don't see much of the hand there. But so, and then like, okay, the wedding band hand, that looks like Ben right there. Because, that's more of like a muscular hand and wrist there. But so are those both of his wrists? Is that just him sleeping and he has, his hands together like that? Like, it's weird. I mean, it could very well be his tattoo and his wrists. We're just, it's just, I when it comes to those two, I don't like why is this photo necessary? And why does she need to throw that in there right there?
I guess it was one of those pictures that I felt Pretty might delete later.
Addie, we might need a poll.
Okay, what would you like your poll to say?
What the fuck? It's just, and I don't believe like anything that these two have man hands. No, like Seinfeld, breaking the lobsters, like but. And now she has an OnlyFans, or she's had an OnlyFans for a while, but she's Christian, and like there's nothing adds up about this girl ever. And I think they're just both, and I hate to say it, but being on the show just for being on the show to promote whatever they want to promote. And this is why I'm like just so goddamn tired of 90 Day, because I just don't believe much anymore, and I don't even know if I have the strength to cover it the other way, because looking at all those couples, it just seems suspect. All of it seems suspect. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. I don't like it. Let's close this out. Okay, sorry. I was like pulling my hair out. Like,
I was gonna say, John, that was a tough picture for you to look at. We got John all disheveled.
But it's just like, I don't know. And like, we're supposed to believe like this American love story, like this, She's 23. He's pushing 60. She had to rent a fake B&B to like get to go to the house. She lied through her teeth. And you know, we do know that they were filming a while back, so I don't know why people would want to watch them again, to be honest with you.
You know what I say?
That's it. God bless you.
I just like drooled on myself.
All right, so where are we going to next? Let's switch gears because we have some sister wife stuff to cover. So people are like kind of mad that Christine has a subscription service. I guess she, you know, she's doing a cooking thing, and she made, you know, a post saying if you like what I'm cooking, you know, please sub. It's $4.99 a month. What's the problem? Why are people like going crazy over that? I don't understand. Everybody has a Patreon. Look at the kids. Gwendolyn has one. McKelty, right?
Right.
I'm sure that there are others that are in the works. So why can't Christine have a membership for $5 a month so you can watch her cook or whatever? Why is that a big issue?
I don't think it is, and it shouldn't be. If that's what online stuff is about. It's about,
Yes.
like we say about YouTube. YouTube is about that. It's about the public paying for what they want to see and giving that person kudos for the job they do. It's no different than any other job. It just so
no
happens
different
that
than
you're
Mary
doing it.
having her online business.
It's
Which
no
we'll get
different
into in a second.
than
Right. Yeah,
yes,
you guys
working
talk.
for an MLM or LuLaRoe or whatever. It's no different. And the fact that they are more upset at her over this than someone who's working in an MLM, and we all know what those are. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
And you know, that kind of thing. So I probably would actually have no issue with that at all. I support a lot of different people on YouTube because I enjoy their content. And you know, I don't think anyone should be upset at her for it. Like like John said, it's Patreon, except it's a different thing. So I'll go support her. I thought she was going to make the food and send it.
I know,
You're
right?
going to make me dinner? Are you going to become the next, whatever that is, this meal subscription thingy? I hear she's a pretty good cook, so. But
I mean, I would subscribe to it.
I mean, it's wild because, you know, I get that people like, listen, I get annoyed because I pay for like, you know, I guess Hulu and Netflix and Peacock and Discovery and HBO and Paramount, what, you know, listen, I get it's annoying to have to pay for all these things because, you know, at the end of the day, like you're paying just almost as much as you know, you would to have cable. But like I have subscribers. You guys are my members in the chat right now. You're paying me each month, right? And I, you know, not only do I have it here on YouTube, I have it on IG. So, you know, it's just a way to make money. And like, you know, let's not forget that TLC infamously does not pay their cast members well. I mean, like 90 like they get like, you know, here's like a ham sandwich, no mayo because we can't afford it. So that's your salary for the year. You know, some ham on a sandwich on some Wonder Bread, plain. And
really, I thought they got paid more.
No, they get paid. The people unhappily get paid the most. That's why people are always fighting to be unhappily. That's like the upper tier of the 90 Day Fiance world. Happily is like up there. The people on before, they're like, here's some nuts. That's all you get. It's bad. It is bad. Judy has a question for you, Addie. What do you enjoy more, these silly TLC shows or live trials?
the trials thing has become my job. It used to be my hobby, and I turned it into a job. And now that is what I do during the day. And yes, I enjoy it and everything like that. But also this gives me a break from that, because it can be a lot listening to certain trials all the time and hearing stuff and having to deal with what we see in trials and stuff. And so it's a break. I watch everything on TLC. I'm getting into other stuff. So it's like my getaway. At nighttime, I get to break away from the job. I still love it and always will love trialing, but I also do like this as well.
And as far as I know, like the base salary for people still on before, $1,000 an episode, and you're maybe on like, I don't know, 6 if you're lucky. So it's you don't get, now the people on Happily get more. So but that's why people like Jibri Miona, that's why he was so mad he would get on Happily, because they're not getting that money. But yeah, if you start out on before is like a joke. That whole franchise is a joke. I can't stand it. I think that 90 Day has been so oversaturated.
Yeah.
That with Sister Wives now, like the show ended and I'm like, I want more. And that's how I used to feel about 90 Day when it ended. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for it to start again. 90 Day, it's like on 24/7, whether it's with 35 spinoffs, it's insane. Like there's, it just too much. And like I've so thoroughly enjoyed Sister Wives these last few seasons now that it reminded me of like the days like when don't forget like 90 Days used to be on for like a few months and then it would end, and then you'd have to wait 6 months for it to start again.
Right.
Yeah.
And those are the good old days that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens next to 90 Day. And I hope they don't ruin Sister Wives with that, because I don't think they can, because there's, it's just one family, with 90 Days, like millions of couples and whatever. But going back to the original point of where were you, Christine, and the subscriptions, and so what if Christine wants to charge people $5 a month so she can cook? She had to like pretty much walk away with her house money so she could start a new life. Why would people be mad at that? Like, if you can't afford the subscription, and I have a lot of members, subs that can't afford mine, that's fine. Hey, Melissa. But, why are you going to dog her out for it? She's just trying to make money. We do cooking shows, right? And, she just left a 30-year marriage and starting her life over. And so what if she wants to charge you $5 a month? Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate it.
Jennifer.
So what if she wants to charge you $5 a month so you can watch her like make a fucking pot pie? Who cares?
Yeah.
Either say you can't afford it, but don't dog her out for it.
Yeah.
To me, like that's insane. And to go back to, now I got my train of thought going to what Mary's fucking doing right now, charging people $4,000 to $6,000 for this retreat at Lizzie's Heritage Inn in Asshole Bend, Utah.
That they don't.
I'm sorry.
I don't even think they stay there at night, do they? They have to
They
leave
don't.
and go elsewhere. They get to walk around and be inside and see all the frillies and stuff, but then they have to go home or go to a motel or something.
Last I heard from the last one, like you paid thousands of dollars to get there, and you were like not even in the inn. You were like in like a trailer outside. Had to use like an outhouse type shit. Really, really roughing it type of thing. And be mad at Mary. And let's not forget that Mary got into a lot of trouble because her last retreat, allegedly, was found out to be like that. Nobody bought any of the tickets, allegedly, and allegedly, she used her staff to like take the pictures, and that was it.
At 6K, you get to stay, but at 4K, you don't get to stay. There you go.
At 6K, you get a toilet, an indoor toilet,
Yeah.
and some toast thrown at you in the morning. Welcome. Here's your toast. That's your continental breakfast. You know, like
Pillow and a blanket on the couch, and
You get the pull out. You get the futon in the garage.
the garage. No, that's the executive level, Mara. No.
Okay. Yeah,
No,
I'm sorry.
No, that's not no, you know. So like people are like, you know, slamming, you know, Christine for having a $5 subscription. Like it's $5. And I get that people listen, I get when people can't afford my subscriptions. But you know, just because she was on TV doesn't mean she has millions of dollars.
right. She still has to afford stuff.
But if you were a fan of her, there's no reason to dog her. And you should support.
And I'm not trying to dog Mary right now. I'm honestly not. I'm just saying in the grand scheme of things with you know, X, Y's of Cody.
There's a lot of other things. There are other people doing the same thing, like you said, with Patreon and everything else. So for this to be an issue seems silly in comparison to who's doing what in the family as it is. So
it's just wild, you know. Christine's like, hey, buy $5, spend $5 a month and watch me cook or whatever you want. And then Mary's like, spend $6,000 and maybe I can get you exclusive rights, like, you know, indoor plumbing and waffle. Like it's like insane. It's insane. And I hate seeing Christine being beat up about that because you know, people just want to bitch. And, you know, I don't think it's warranted there. I don't. And awkward silence. Someone jump in, please. I'm trying to look at something else. Okay. All right. I'll keep talking. I feel like I have to filibuster right now.
I mean, I think, like, there's not much really to expound on this. The issue is, why do they feel the need to go at her? Why Christine? Why this group of people who are going at her? Why are you going at her for that? It seems like it's just silly.
And listen, I'm going to have to bring back my super tier. Now, back in the day, I had my $500 super tier, which I'm going to bring it back. I am. I deleted it because, you know, nobody ever got it because, you know, who's going to want to spend $500 on that? But I'm going to bring it back. And I promise you, my goal was, listen, you could stay the night at our house. We'll watch TVs. We'll watch a bunch of TVs. We have several TVs in our house and we'll watch them all, you know, at different times. And when you leave in the morning, I give you a cup of Sanka and a Pop-Tart. And wouldn't you much rather have that for $500 than like going? And we have indoor plumbing here, which we won't charge you as a quarter for. Like, you know, you can use our bathroom. So I might have to bring that tier back because listen,
that's a fair deal.
I think so. You know, you get the full Yates experience. You know, we'll cook you something nice like vinegar chicken or I don't know, meatloaf. You know, Cody's the chef. I only make a couple of things. But you know, we'll feed you. We'll watch TVs plural together. And when you leave in the morning, checkouts at 11. I send you off on your way with like, you know, a cup of Sanka and a Pop-Tart of my choosing, which will be frosted raspberry or cherry because those are the only two proper Pop-Tarts to eat, and it will be served room temperature because we don't toast Pop-Tarts in this house. You eat a Pop-Tart right out of the bag. Like that's
okay. Well, I'm requesting brown sugar cinnamon.
All right, for you, I'll do it. I don't mind the brown sugar cinnamon, but the frosted raspberry and the frosted cherry are just the two best Pop-Tarts there are. Hey, Roro, thank you so much. And listen, we just went to Roro's house and we made vinegar chicken for Roro. And so she knows what it tastes like. And we also made it for Angela and her family. That's our signature dish. So, yeah.
Yes, Ellie, a raw Pop-Tart.
Not raw, just not like toasted. Ew.
Okay, and another request. Can you microwave mine?
Oh, I don't listen.
And then take the edges
No,
off.
you're being a bit much right now. Like I already agreed to like your frosted brown cinnamon, but I listen. That's a deal breaker if you want it. We don't.
But you gotta microwave it and then cut the edges off.
But then I'll get cancer like Varya.
Oh
Like, listen, I don't want those microwave waves. Listen, it's bad, and that's how you bring a joke full fucking circle right there.
Amen.
Wait, they have pretzel Pop Tarts. Wicked says they have pretzel Pop Tarts.
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, no. Again, that's a loony talk right there. Wicked. I can't.
Oh, and if it has cheese on the inside, that would make.
But listen, if you want a hot pretzel, we'll get. I have 13 types of mustard in my house. Like, you get you like a nice warm hot pretzel. Listen, it's gonna be a fun night if you guys want. I'm gonna.
John. I prefer cheese.
Okay, Mara, you are just a bit much right now, and maybe this package is not for you because you're just asking for too much. I'm just saying.
I'll pay the $7.50 package.
Oh, okay. Well, fine.
We'll bring my own. I'll pay more and bring my own.
Oh, and there will be a full airport scanner here when you walk in too. So
okay,
we need to check for like guns and contraband and stuff like that.
You are welcome to scan me, at least a half a dozen times, maybe even a dozen. I'd like to glow, get a little color in my face.
Oh my God. Well, let me just make sure, like, what else do we have here? I think that's it for now. I think we're good. I don't know. I just kind of feel like Addie was like getting Addie. Sorry. Addie.
You love me. You think about me a lot.
I do love you. I just feel like Christine was like a bit of like, a rodeo. Like, okay, people, I've been posting here and there about Shaida and her maybe not maybe pregnancy bump, and people are like, how could you talk about her fertility and say she's pregnant? Like, wait,
that was part of the show.
But but her whole storyline for both seasons she was on was about pregnancy and her being and her having a baby.
Yes, I went to the fertility doctor.
So if she is, you shouldn't talk about women's fertility. That's private.
That privacy thing went right out the window as soon as they stepped in and talked about that.
And your whole story arc for like the last 2 seasons.
And then they went to that guy
on the #1 cable TV show on Sunday nights, like that has 45 spin-offs, but. Huh? What?
And then we learned about that other thing.
We weren't even posting about it in a bad way. Like, I'm like, we want her to be pregnant. We want her to be happy.
Yes. Yeah.
We weren't trying to shade her.
Excitement. It's excitement. Yeah. No.
I don't know, but their segment, like when they were in the store, I was just like,
that's the other guy. The guy. We learned a new thing.
But I already knew, right? Like, I'm like, am I the only one on the planet? Because everybody's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, really?
Oh, shoot. I forgot to open this up to everybody.
Oh.
Hold on.
I'll go do it.
You got it? Put it to subs.
Okay.
But, yeah. Hey, Brooklyn. It's wild, and we if she's taking pictures, like, we don't know if she's pregnant. We hope that she is, but also when people are talking about somebody, they're more likely to be asked back on the TV show, and don't forget that. And I'm hoping that she's not testing people or posting pictures. People are like, I just saw in a video today and there's no bump. Well, then why is she making it seem like she's pregnant in some pictures and not? Because she wants people talking about it at the end of the day. Because if people are talking about it, she'll be asked back. And that's how reality TV works. That's it.
When they stop talking about you, then it's her own publicity. She's doing her own publicity stunts by doing that.
My hair. Oh my God. Sorry. I really, God.
You should give yourself a curly Q at the.
But that's crazy to me, you know. And Bilal and Shaida were always a snooze fest. Let's just be serious about it. Like he is so hard to listen to, and gross. And you know, don't forget that like they were Memphis and Hamza's replacement, because originally Memphis and Hamza were supposed to be on Happily, and like because of all their sloppiness, they got booted. So Bilal and Shaida took their place.
Hey, is that really Hamza's kid?
I hope so. I mean, it should be.
Okay. Sorry, totally like off subject, but
so hi everybody. Sorry. So if you guys have any questions or whatever or comments, thank you, Bella. Thank you, Elbenj. Like you know, it just, they were already like insufferable to watch. And when they announced that they'd be unhappy, I was like, oh my God, more of that. It's like, what? Oh, and Tanya. All right. More tea. So Tanya, my best friend, you know, Tanya and Sinjin, we're like this.
oh, I know she's your best friend.
My best friend Tanya from Connecticut. Now she's posting that. Wait, who sent it to me? Where is it? Where is her post? I think I got it. Hold on. Tanya, who, you know, is roomies with Michael. My hair. Oh my God. I can't. Need a hat. Cody! Need a hat. We're gonna need a hat somewhere. It's now Tanya is saying she's a lesbian support group, but she's not a lesbian. But I'm talking / dating one. And I don't want to put all the labor on her to teach me things. Are you bi or lesbian and want to help me? Like, Tanya, just when I thought you couldn't get more pathetic. Like, really, you needed to make this post. Like, you are 30-something, and this is someone screaming for attention. Because someone didn't like the fact that I put out there that you were with Michael and had a whole thing and whatever. So now, you know, you have to deflect and say, now you're a lesbian, but not a lesbian, but it's dating a lesbian. And like, like, okay, Tanya, whatever.
Is she trying for a season on another show or anything like
girl's
that?
been on TV. She knows how to find lesbian support groups.
Yes.
Like, really, I had to go. Let me go on my story. Hi, everybody. I need a lesbian support group. I don't know how to find one. Can you point me in the right direction? Oh God, she's awful. She's always been, and she always will be. Like, I hate her. Like, I don't know how to Google lesbian support groups. Like, I have to put it on my story so people talk about it. And here we are talking about it, but like, I'm not the way you wanted me to talk about it. But like, come on, Tanya. Like, is anybody buying this?
I am.
Hook, line, and sinker.
With my cement shoes.
God, she's pathetic. Like, I don't know how Google works. Like, let me just reach out to my Instagrammers and point me in a direction because I want attention. Oh, she's just as bad as Mahogany. I can't.
Whoa.
Like she's the worst. The worst.
Wicked Wisdom says she has a condom ad.
Does she really? Wicked, text it to me right now. I need to see it while we're still live. Like, come on. The worst. She will always be the worst. Like, you know, and that was my main issue with Tanya when we got into our first fight many moons ago, like her first season. That throwdown, like, fight that we had. Because I'm like, you are an attention whore. And you are using whatever you can to have people, like, feel sorry for you or write about you or whatever. And that's always been my issue with Tanya. Always. And it's still, to this fucking day, she is still the same awful person. I'm sorry. She's horrible.
You should have her on one night.
No. Wait, let me get this. I got the link here. What? No. Essentials for a girl's night out. And wear a bra! Sorry. God. Awful. I don't need to see your nipples.
Oh, they're always out.
Oh, that John Yates said I should wear a bra. He's a misogynist. Wait for it. Like, have the girls out, but like, I don't know. I just can't. I just don't like her.
And you know, just because you're talking about her, but does she have no friends? I mean, she goes to all these places
she's
by herself.
Who would want to hang out with her?
I know, but I'm just saying, like, how can somebody not have one friend? What an existence.
Unbearable. And oh, they're gonna say, "Oh, that John Yates told me to wear a bra." Like, you don't have to wear a bra all the time, but like, I don't want to see like the bottom of your titty hanging out your t-shirt. That's all. I don't need to see that.
But it's all the time.
Okay with that though.
Just being honest. Like,
she wants attention, John.
What? Of course, she's a lesbian now, or not a lesbian. She's a lesbian, but not a lesbian who needs the support of lesbians because she's dating someone who's possibly a lesbian, but she's not. And okay, like what? She's if I was Mary Catherine Gallagher, I'd be like, you're horrible. That's what I would say to her. Oh my God. This is what happens when I have the flu and I've been stuck inside and like live, and there we go.
Thank you to Donnell for gifting some memberships in the chat.
Oh my God, Donnell, did you give memberships?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it doesn't show up on our side, but
I don't see anything on StreamYard side. I don't see the polls. Donnell, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Donnell.
Who are the winners?
So let's see. We got MTT got one.
Oh,
Coco Mojito got one. Yeah, it does it. Yeah. Teresa Cook, Glenda got one. And Sandra got one, and Wicked Wisdom got one.
Well, there we go.
No, Wicked Wisdom didn't. Sorry.
Well,
sorry, Wiki.
Wicked's already
She's already won. Yeah, sorry. Yep.
I don't know. I just like I Tanya's always gonna be like horrible, and just and listen, if she bought my package, I would give her no Sanka and no Pop-Tart. That's what I would do. Look at you, MTT, you're in green. Well, with that being said, I think we should end it. we'll do a Glenda. Are you the same Glenda from my Twitter? Glenda, that Glenda, and Facebook that I've known for a long time. I don't know if you're the same Glenda. Anywho, let's I'm gonna end this. I will do an after show. I know Mara is gonna go live on TikTok. Mara, what's your TikTok? Does that say fuck Tanya?
Yes.
Glenda says yes, that's her.
Okay, good. I'm happy that you got one. Hey Franca, so we'll do an after show. What kind of membership does it give you? Like is the first level or like all levels? How's that work?
I have no idea. I don't know.
All right, we'll do an after show like for all members. After this, Mara, are you promote your TikTok so people will watch you?
Tiger Mara 23, just all one word. Tiger Mara 23. Yeah.
And
so I'll be over there. I talk about absolutely nothing. Life.
Talk about Tanya and how horrible she is.
I'm going to have to. For the fact that I just ate conversation hearts that everybody hates. I love those.
And I just checked my TikTok and people are like, you are viral on TikTok and you didn't post anything about the Payton thing. I'm like, I guess I missed out on that one. I don't, who knew that was going to blow up the way it did? So, hey, Marie.
It blew up. It was funny because somebody messaged me, somebody on Facebook that I haven't talked to in probably a year. And they're like, is that my Mara that I found on some other site that had your video? And I was like, yeah, that's me. So, yeah. You were like, when did this happen? So it's been around.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give me like it's 10:39. I listen when I do lives when I have nothing to go on, they always last the longest. Like I have a couple of articles to talk about. It's always like the longest one. I'll give me like 10 minutes. I'll start. When do you plan on going live, Mara? Like now?
Probably about 11. I have not eaten anything but those conversation hearts all day today.
And those are nutritious.
Right. This is why I have 6 asses and 9 chins.
But, you're beautiful.
Thanks.
Nope.
But I am gonna get like a bite to eat, probably some like mac and cheese or something.
All right. Well, give me like 5 minutes. We'll do the after show for all members. I want the new members that were gifted by Donnell to come, and we'll just do a quick after show because I'm losing steam real quick. I'm surprised I didn't fall asleep yet or have diarrhea because that was.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
I told Mara before I started, I'm like, I have diarrhea on deck, and like I didn't know if it was going to hit in the middle of the live. Thank God it didn't.
At least you're not like me and do it in your pants.
Well, I've been there, so we talked about it.
One of the best lives ever in the history of random lives.
Glenda,
yeah,
I will
post compliments about like the shit pants live. Listen, sometimes you shit your pants, and it's us brave people, courageous enough to talk about it and put it out there because, and a good shit your pants story is great. And the fact that you can laugh about it after the fact. When was that? Like, I want to direct people.
Or the fact that I left my stepdad.
Was that on a live or like an after show? I don't even remember.
Oh, it was a live. Because we laughed that I left my stepdad in the car.
It was I couldn't breathe that whole live. We were laughing so goddamn hard. And that's how it should be. Laughing and having fun. And
like even my face is getting red.
All right, you go eat. Let me set up the after show. And then we will. All right, I'm gonna set the after show up for members, all members, right? Across the board. So if you're a member, I will Set it up right now. Give me like 5 minutes. I may or may not have to use the bathroom. I don't know.
So I was going to say,
go ahead.
Some people are asking about how to find it. What I'll do is I will post, once he creates it, I will post the link to it on the community. So you go on the front of John's channel and look for community. It's on the same line as your live and videos and all that stuff. Go to the community and it'll be posted in there. If it's not in there, just keep refreshing until you see it. But I'll get up there as soon as you can, as soon as it's made.
And post that to like everybody, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Those are the rules. Thank you, Amara, Addie, chats.
Always.
I'll see you in a few minutes on the after show. Thank you so much.
Right.
Have a great Saturday night, and I'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.